Every time we watch a film, a show, an advertisement, anything, our emotions and perceptions are manipulated in ways we often don't realize or even really understand. I want to go through, simply visually, a few techniques that are often used in this manner, without even touching on sound design, music, editing techniques, but just a few visual tricks. Firstly, dynamic range is a huge factor in the visuals of an image. The dynamic range, or latitude, is the distance from the blackest blacks to the whitest whites where there is still information. Student films and low-budget productions tend to have a look like this, the standard picture out of an SLR, where there's not a whole lot of information between the blackest blacks and the whitest whites. This is an example of a raw picture, where it can be manipulated a lot as such, and there's a whole lot of color information to work with. Shooting on a high-end camera will produce results more like this. Here's another example of the same situation. Standard picture, flat image, raw data. The same is true for how much one can change color data. Here is standard, lower contrast, and C-Log 3. The first is so saturated that it looks decent without doing anything to it, but the color information can't be changed, so it's not ideal for trying to correct your footage or create a mood. Lens choice affects how we perceive distance, distortion, and even our sense of intimacy or distance from the character. While keeping Will in the same framing each shot, the distortion and our sense of how close he is to us, the audience, still changes each time. Moving the camera itself can create emotion, have a reveal, toy with perspective, and even create suspense. Additionally,
handheld camera techniques can increase the intensity of a scene.
Can be used for arguments or intense interpersonal conflicts.
But overuse can limit the effectiveness.
Also, cutting back the still footage can be jarring. And giving your character no lead room can increase anxiety for the audience by making your protagonist and their surroundings a mystery. Lighting is, of course, also an important factor in how we perceive mood. We tend to think very differently of a shot like this, very evenly lit documentary style, to a shot like this, which is honestly kind of creepy. Lastly, color can have a huge effect on mood. It's used to great effect in many films, be it The Matrix, or Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, or Saving Private Ryan. I hope you enjoyed this not remotely comprehensive presentation on visuals on film. Now go home, guys. Class is over. I don't care if he says it's not. Go home. Shoo.